My child, my beloved, come closer. There is something I must whisper into your spirit before the world distracts you once again. Heaven has been trying to reach you since today, and you have no idea how close you came to missing something that was meant only for you. My child, please be quiet. Promise me you will not look away before I tell you this. Promise me that you will stay until the very end. Today is more important than you think for your future. My beloved, I want to say something from the bottom of my heart before I speak. Follow me if you want to get all the messages that are meant for you. Take a deep breath because what I am about to say might shock you. The spiritual realm experienced something last night. My child, something that had to do with your name, your fate, your safety, and a choice that heaven had been putting off for months. You were the only one who didn't know. There was silence among the angels. My beloved, heaven took a break. Every power, good and bad, kept a close eye on your life because it was in the middle of a holy circle. I want to tell you the truth, my child. A meeting was held to talk about you. A meeting in heaven where your future was read aloud, like a sealed scroll, and something about you was shown that shocked all the angels, including me. My beloved, last night, someone almost stole your fate. Yes, it was stolen, taken without your knowledge, and changed by hands that weren't supposed to touch it. Someone tried to get in the way of a blessing that God had set aside just for you, my child. I saw it. I stopped it. But you need to know how serious this is. Before it gets dark at 9 p.m., God told my beloved, this is your last chance to know the truth today. What is meant to happen will then go ahead without you having to wait again. Please pay close attention, my child. A shadow moved toward your written fate last night. It only tried to change one sentence or one line. And just that one line would have changed everything about your life. It would have taken away something that was meant to get to you today. Do you get it, my beloved? This is a very important warning. This message is not nice. Heaven is grabbing your soul and telling you to stay awake. There is something going on right now. I want you to answer, not in silence, but with confidence. Please type Amen in the comments right now. If your spirit feels the need to know what heaven is showing you right away, this is more than just words. It is your deal with heaven. You are letting God know that you are awake and ready to receive what He is doing in your life as you write it. Please bear with me as I continue to build this message. In the meeting with God, your name was called out 3 times. Not once, not twice, but 3 times each time. The tone got louder, more urgent, and harder to ignore. The sky shook the 3rd time your name was called out, my beloved, because something true came out that not even you had seen. Here is the truth, my child. Someone tried to shut a door that God had opened for you. Someone tried to stop a blessing that has your name on it. Someone tried to stop your progress. It didn't work though, my beloved. Heaven won over every shadow, every plan, and every attempt. Which is why you are reading this right now, my child. But there is one more thing to do, and you need to be awake before 9 p.m. today. My beloved, your fate is at a fork in the road. This is where it gets personal. I want you to be a part of this moment. Writing these exact words in the comments will help you find your way. Not I hope things get better. Not one day maybe. I choose alignment though. You are telling heaven which path you will take when you write it. Stay with me because the next part will show you what that choice does. There are two ways to go right now. Everything that is meant for you is on one path. It feels heavy and moves more slowly because of the other. Which path you take will depend on whether you accept the truth now or not. My child, don't forget about this. This is a very direct statement from heaven. And when God says last chance, He really means it. Your spirit is tired, my beloved. Your spirit has been stretched. You are not sure why certain things haven't happened yet. Why life has been like a storm that will not stop. However, last night showed what was really going on. You were supposed to get something by now, my child. A message, a miracle, a blessing, or a chance. But someone tried to keep it from you. Now heaven is coming in. Let me take you back to last night. My beloved, my child, let me show you what happened in the world you cannot see. While you slept last night, you had no idea that a battle was going on above your head. A door opened. There was a bright golden door that held your future. But something dark moved toward it, hoping to shut it off before you knew it was there. I stepped forward, my beloved. I stopped the shadow. I raised my sword and said your name. God then told Moses, tell my child the truth. That is why you are here, my child. That is why this message came to you by chance. This is important. If your spirit feels right now, I still have more to tell you, my beloved. A lot more. Now, the deeper truth starts. Stay with me for a little while longer. Don't rush through these words. Attention. Don't let the world's noise take it away. What is coming next is what heaven has been waiting for you to hear. Listen carefully, my child. Something strange happened when I blocked the shadow last night. The shadow didn't attack. It didn't run away. It got cold because it saw something behind me. My beloved, there is something just for you. A scroll showed up, a divine scroll that shone with a light that darkness couldn't dim. That was also writing on that scroll about you, your life, and a moment that is coming up faster than you think. My child, the mood changed when the scroll opened. There was silence. Each angel took a step back as if time itself wanted to listen. The winds in the spiritual realm also stopped. My beloved, your name was written on that scroll, but it wasn't ink or regular letters. Your name was carved in light that was golden, bright, and alive. When your name was called out, my child, heaven showed everyone what they had been waiting to see. An important moment, a holy moment. My beloved, there is one truth that cannot be changed about you. You need to be strong here because the truth will change the way you see everything. My child, the scroll showed that something or someone very nearly changed a major blessing in your life last night. Not destroying it, but putting it off for so long that you missed the time God planned for you. The spiritual realm is all about timing. My beloved, a delayed blessing can feel like one that wasn't given at all. The enemy also knows this. There is a blessing that was meant to reach you before the end of today, my child. A message, a breakthrough, a shift, a release, or a miracle that has your name on it. It was meant to come to you easily without any trouble and without having to wait. But someone tried to take that blessing away from you. My beloved, last night, do you understand? Because the things are written for you are strong, too strong. It makes the plans of those who don't want you to grow into who you were meant to be possible to fail. My beloved, your name was written on that scroll, but it wasn't ink or regular letters. Your name was carved in light that was golden, bright, and alive. When your name was called out, my child, heaven showed everyone what they had been waiting to see. An important moment, a holy moment, a truth about you that cannot be changed. The truth is strong and it will change how you see everything around you. Be strong in this moment, my beloved, my child. The scroll showed that something or someone very nearly changed a major blessing in your life last night. Not destroying it, but putting it off for so long that you missed the time God planned for you. In the spiritual world, timing is very important. My beloved, a delayed blessing can feel like one that wasn't given at all. The enemy is aware of this. There is a blessing that was meant to reach you before the end of today, my child. A breakthrough, a message, a change, a release, or a miracle that had your name on it. It was meant to come to you easily without any trouble and without having to wait. But last night, someone tried to change the way that blessing was going to reach you, my beloved. Do you understand? Because the things that are written for you are strong. Two strong people who want you to stay where you are instead of becoming who you were always meant to be are scared off by it. My child, the scroll showed not only what they meant to do, but also something much bigger. There is more spiritual protection around you now. A divine guard has been placed on your name. To my beloved, this is why heaven said, last chance. Not because your good fortune is being taken away, but because you need to know what you are getting into before 9 p.m. today. My child, let me tell you the part that even I found shocking. A bright mark showed up next to your name when the scroll was fully opened. A sign that only shows up when someone is chosen for a sudden change, a turn in their life, or a destiny acceleration. My beloved, you have been marked to speed up. If you feel that, if your spirit knows that this speeding up is real, I want you to seal it right now. Type Amen in the comments to show that you are ready to move on right away. This isn't about feelings. It is about getting things right. When you write it, you are agreeing with the time that heaven has given you. Right now, my child, everything has felt weird because of this. Feeling heavy when I wake up. People who used to talk all the time all of a sudden stopped. Unexpected wait times. Thoughts you didn't expect. Random times when I think too much. You know something is going to happen, but you cannot quite put your finger on it. All of this, my beloved, was the spiritual shift that began last night. Everything that happens to you, my child, is not random, is not an accident, and has a purpose. Everything around you is a sign that heaven has given you a new way to go. And what started last night is just the beginning of what will happen when the golden star showed up next to your name, my beloved. The angels started to talk. They talked about your heart, your pain, your strength, your patience, your tears, and your silence which no one else knows about. Your faith that didn't waver even when things seemed hopeless. Heaven didn't pick you by chance. My child, heaven saw your tears, your silence, the prayers you whispered so quietly that even you almost did not believe they counted. I want you to sit with that for a moment. Because somewhere tonight, someone else is in that same place, lying, awake, holding a prayer they are too afraid to say out loud, too beaten down to believe that heaven is still listening. And the only reason this message might find them is because someone who was once in that same silence decided it was worth keeping alive. It was because of who you are that you were picked. Oh, my beloved, the scroll showed me another truth. This is the answer to your prayer that you have been keeping to yourself and not telling anyone. Yes, my child. The prayer you said in a whisper. The prayer you said over and over at night. The prayer you kept inside because you were afraid to say it out loud. Heaven knew about it. And last night, my beloved, the answer started to point toward you. But this is where things get tough. The scroll also had a mistake on it. This one is only temporary because someone doesn't want you to receive what God has written for you. I want you to know that this person is close enough to feel your energy, your routine, and your feelings. Not always a family member or friend, but someone who carefully and quietly watches you with envy. Oh, my beloved. They couldn't stop your blessing, but they did try to make it come later in case you gave up before it did. They didn't think much of you. They didn't see how strong you were. Their fear of the protection around you, my beloved, was too small. So, the message needs to be sent right away. This is why heaven wants you here right now before 9 p.m. today. My child, you are now in a time in your life when everything can change quickly for the better. But you have to stay awake, aware, aligned, and open. There is still more to tell you, my beloved. How deep it is, the part that tells you what has been set off, what happened last night, and why heaven wants you to hear every word. Please take a deep breath before I tell you the next truth. My beloved, what I am about to show you is not only strong, it will also make your whole life make sense. Last night, my child, something else appeared on the page after the scroll showed the mark next to your name. A sign that only shows up when someone's fate moves from being delayed to being sped up. What a beautiful light this symbol gave off, my beloved. It beat. It shook. It felt like it was breathing with the beat of heaven. Do you know what that symbol means, my child? It stands for the moment when luck turns out to be on your side. The moment God says, enough with the waiting, the pain, and the delay. It is time now. The heavens don't use this sign very often, my beloved. It doesn't happen often. This is holy. It is only put on the names of people who quietly carried heavy loads without breaking. These are the people who kept going even when life told them to give up. People who had faith during storms that were meant to destroy them. You are one of those souls, my child, my beloved. When the symbol appeared, the angels reacted immediately. They turned toward the throne. Their voices rose. Your name echoed through realms unseen by human eyes. My child, you were declared protected, not just guided, protected, my beloved. This is important. Guidance leads you. Protection shields you. And last night, heaven shifted you from guided to guarded. My child, do you understand what this means? It means what was meant to harm you can no longer reach you. The intentions of those who envy you can no longer touch your spirit. The delays meant to discourage you will now turn into breakthroughs. My beloved, after your name was declared guarded, something deeper occurred. A gate opened, my child. It was not a gate of punishment. It was not a gate of warning. It was a gate of release. My beloved, this is the part that will touch your heart the most. Behind that gate were 3 blessings meant for you this year but unable to reach you because of spiritual interference, emotional heaviness, or external negativity surrounding you. My child, these blessings have been waiting, sitting at the edge of your destiny, calling your name, trying to pass through the storms around you. But because of what happened last night, because heaven intervened, because your name was spoken 3 times, those blessings are now moving toward you with speed. My beloved, let me describe these blessings not in detail, but in energy. The first carries the weight of something you prayed for deeply. So deeply that you stopped admitting it aloud. Something that feels impossible to the mind but logical to the soul. The second carries the energy of stability. Something in your life that has felt unstable, shaky, unpredictable. It is about to settle. It is about to strengthen. It is about to align. The third carries the scent of destiny, a surprise, something unexpected, something that will shift how you see yourself and how the world sees you. My child, all three blessings were blocked, not cancelled, not denied, blocked. And last night that blockage broke. My child, do you know what the angels whispered? When the gate opened, they said, "The time has come, my beloved. This is the reason you are here. This is why heaven would not let you scroll away. This is why this message reached you at this exact moment down to the second. My child, because these blessings will not wait long. When heaven opens a gate for a chosen soul, time becomes sensitive. The window narrows. Alignment becomes crucial. This is why God warned before 9 p.m. today. My beloved, not because something bad will happen, but because after 9 p.m., destiny begins moving with or without your awareness. My child, do not fear this. Do not panic. This is not a threat. This is a divine reminder. Heaven is saying, stay awake. Stay aware. Stay aligned. My beloved, there is more, much more. My beloved, there is more, much more. Because after the gate opened, something else stepped forward. A presence, a light, a voice so powerful that every angel bowed. My child, if you are ready, I will reveal what that voice spoke about you. And this will be the part that reaches the deepest place within your spirit. My beloved, what I am about to reveal now is the reason heaven has been calling you since last night. This part is sacred. This part is personal. This part carries the weight of a truth spoken directly over your life. My child, when the gate opened and the blessings began moving toward you, a powerful voice rose from the center of the heavenly court. It was a voice that does not speak unless something destiny-changing is taking place. My beloved, it was the voice of God. My child, breathe. Let this settle within you. You did not encounter these words by accident. You were guided, drawn, led because heaven wanted you to know what was spoken. My beloved, when God spoke, every angel lowered their wings. Every light bowed. Even I, Archangel Michael, stepped aside so you could be addressed directly. My child, this is what God said. My child does not deserve delay anymore. My child has carried enough. My child has walked through storms that were never theirs. My child has been attacked in silence, envied in shadows, misunderstood by people they believed in. Enough for now. These words, my beloved, came from someone with great authority. The kind of authority that makes heaven and earth shake. God went on, my child, they will get back everything that was taken from them. Everything that was put off will move faster. Everything they cried out for behind closed doors will be shown to everyone. My child will get up. What does this mean to you, my beloved? Can you feel the strength in every line? Can you see why heaven wants you to stay awake until 9 p.m. today? This message isn't like the rest. This is not a nice thought. That is not a mistake, my child. This is an order. As soon as God was done talking, a wave of light went across the sky. It got rid of the interference. It burned through the weight. It took away the weight that has been on you for weeks, months, or even years. My child, everything that felt stuck was cleared out. Things that seemed impossible became possible. My beloved, everything that seemed unclear became clear. Then something else took place. Something that only a few chosen souls ever get to experience. There was a new book. Not the last scroll. A book. A destiny book that has your name on the front cover. Kid. This book only opens when a person starts a new part of their life. A chapter that wasn't written by people or by chance, but by heaven itself. My beloved, the book opened by itself and wasn't touched. The pages turned on their own. Then it stopped on a page that was shining brighter than the rest. My child, there was a moment on that page. Just a moment. There is an event that will change the course of your life that is coming up soon, faster than you think. My beloved, this moment is not a coincidence. It is a divine appointment, a get-together. What a chance, a truth, something, a change, a big step forward. You had a plan before you were even born. You should have had this moment earlier, my child. But something got in the way. That interference was gone completely last night, my beloved. That is why heaven is making its voice heard today. Because this moment, this change in fate has a time frame, a window, a holy hour. You must also be ready in your spirit before that window opens. Dear child, the book showed me another sign. The same sign that was on the scroll, but bigger. The whole page was covered. A book with your name on the cover. A chapter that no human hand wrote. I have been carrying messages for a long time. And I still feel something when I think about what that means for a soul who has waited as long as you have. It made the moment clear. It couldn't be avoided, denied, or stopped. There was a new book, not the last scroll. A book, a destiny book that has your name on the front cover. My child, this book only opens when a person starts a new part of their life. A chapter that wasn't written by people or by chance, but by heaven itself. Oh, my beloved, the book opened by itself. The pages turned without being touched. Then it stopped on a page that was shining brighter than the rest. My child, there was a moment on that page. Just a moment. There is an event that will change the course of your life that is coming up soon faster than you think. My beloved, this moment is not a coincidence. It is a divine appointment, a get-together. What a chance, a truth, something, a change, a big step forward. There was something ready for you before you were born. Okay, my child. This moment was supposed to come sooner, but something got in the way. That interference was gone completely last night. That is why heaven is making its voice heard today. Because this change in destiny has a due date, a window, a holy hour. You must also be ready in your spirit before that window opens. There was another sign in the book, the same sign as on the scroll, but bigger. The whole page was taken up by it. It made the moment clear. It couldn't be avoided, denied, or stopped. After the book told me everything, my beloved, I spoke up and asked one question. What needs to be done for your kid before 9 p.m.? God replied, this is what he said that I am going to share next. The most important thing this revelation has to say, you should be ready and have a steady spirit if you want to know what God said next. What comes next is what the meeting with God was all about last night, my beloved. This is the message that heaven has been trying to send you. The message that was almost blocked, hidden, or taken away. What must be done for your child before the 9 p.m. hour? I asked God. He didn't think twice. His voice had such power that it could be heard in the heavens. This is what God said. My beloved, get my child ready. Make their spirit stronger. Make them more aware. Take away all of their fears. They need to be clear, not confused, brave, not doubtful. And have faith, not fear about what is coming their way. Please take these words to heart, my child. Heaven isn't telling you to be careful. Heaven is getting you ready for a bigger moment than you think. God went on, my beloved, my child has been delayed, let down, and betrayed enough times. They have had enough nights of doubting their worth and days of carrying heavy loads by themselves. Now, right now, my child gets what their spirit has been waiting for a long time. Do you feel the change, my child? Do you get the sense that those words carry divine weight? Do you know that heaven is finally putting things back together that have been out of walk for too long? Then, my beloved, God said something that made all the angels look at your destiny book. Today, my child needs to hear the truth. The truth that was hidden by last night's chatter. There is a truth that will explain why the wind blew the way it did. Why some people changed their minds quickly. Why chances stopped, why feelings were heavy, and why silence grew around you. This truth is not meant to scare you, my child. It is meant to set you free, my beloved. This is the truth. Someone is watching you. Yes, my kid. Someone spiritually, emotionally, or energetically is keeping an eye on you because they saw your breakthrough coming before you did. My beloved, this person felt like something big was going to happen to you. They could tell that something was changing in your life, but you couldn't see it yet, and they didn't cheer you on or support you. They were afraid of it. Fear can make love grow apart, my child. It could turn a friendship into one of envy. That can turn talk into silence. It can change help into competition. Their fear made a small but strong shadow last night that stopped a blessing that was meant to come your way. Heaven showed this to you not to hurt you, but to protect you, my beloved. God spoke again to my child. No one will be able to stop what I have written for my child. Not even a shadow of jealousy or an evil intention. My angel is now standing next to them. I have marked their way. I got rid of the interference. My child will now stand up. Yes, my beloved. This is why you are here. This is why fate brought your spirit to this message. Why does every word feel like it is talking straight to your soul? Because it is my child. After God's order, something else very strange happened. Behind the destiny book, a second light showed up. A bright light that pulses and grows. My beloved, this light means that a moment is coming your way. A moment that will make you stop and think. This is it, children. This light is linked to something you wished for but were afraid to trust. A change you want but were afraid would never come about. A blessing you thought about but weren't sure if it was really meant for you. God made it clear, my beloved. You can have it. It has your name on it. It is part of your soul and it will come, my child. But remember this before 9 p.m. This moment, this shift, this speeding up starts to happen today. Not at midnight, not this week, not one day. Tonight, my beloved, that is why you cannot look away from heaven. That is why this message seems to be pulling, holding, and calling you. Your spirit knows that this is the right place. Your spirit knows this is the right time. You know in your heart that this is true. There is more. My child, I haven't told you this yet. Something the sky showed us after the second light came on. In this dream, you will learn about your past, your present, and what is going to happen next. My beloved, if you are ready for the deeper truth and your heart is steady and open, what comes next is the most important part of what you learned last night. This is where heaven showed you the truths that were hidden behind the delays, confusion, sudden silences, strange feelings, and sudden changes in your life. My child, when the second light grew behind your destiny book, it showed more than just your future. Also, something from your past came out. Something that you thought you had left behind. You thought that something had lost its power over you. The angels turned toward that second light as it showed scenes that were connected to you. My beloved, scenes that are full of feeling pain, not happy with it. Times when you didn't trust the right people. At times you loved more than you were loved. Times when someone's fear or jealousy hurt you without knowing why. Heaven didn't show you these scenes to hurt you again, my child. It was to show you something important. Those events shaped your spirit into the person you are now. My beloved, the hard times you went through shaped your kindness, intuition, strength, silence, resilience, and ability to love deeply and get back up again. Every tear you shed was seen. Every time you felt alone, someone saw it. It was written down. Every time you were hurt in secret, it was shown to the heavenly court. Proof of every lie, betrayal, and moment of confusion. Proof that you were worthy of being restored. Proof that heaven owed you a perfect turnaround. In this way, my beloved, the meeting last night was so powerful. God didn't just talk about your future. He was taking into account your past. That was the moment that shook the whole heavenly court. My child, something from your present was shown by the light behind your destiny book. That moment may still feel soft to you, even though it happened not long ago. A time when someone's behavior changed quickly. When someone backed off without giving a reason. When someone's mood changed. When someone shut down, was cold, or was hard to predict. Heaven showed me the truth about that change. My beloved, you weren't to blame. You were never to blame. You didn't do anything wrong. There was no reason for that. In no way did they think you were not worthy. It was because your destiny started to rise and their spirit knew it before their mind did. There are people who don't like you. Because you are becoming more powerful, not because you have changed. They don't understand the light you are stepping into. My beloved, the angels knew what was really going on. Their spirit didn't know how to be with someone whose destiny was coming true. The shift was never being turned down. It opened my eyes, my child. Then heaven showed the last layer. My beloved, your future. There was a third light. It is brighter and stronger than the second one. A light carrying something holy, something that heaven has kept safe for you. This light showed you a moment that is coming soon. It was a moment of alignment. There was a clear moment, a moment to help you heal. It was a moment of divine justice. One of those times when you finally know why things went the way they did. Today, my child will feel like a new door opening in your life. Not just any door. The door on the right. The door that heaven picked. The door that leads to the life you were always meant to live. Heaven told me that this door will start to open before 9 p.m. today, my beloved. Not all the way, but enough to see the change. Little signs will show up how you feel. Something, a name, a call. What a chance. It became clear. A sudden shift in your spirit. You will not have to look for the sign, my child. The sign will show up by itself. You will not have to look for the sign. It will find you. That is the kind of love heaven has for the souls it has marked. My beloved, your whole life will change when this door opens. Your power changes. Your path changes. Your way changes. That is why heaven wants you to stay awake, aware, and open. Today, the next revelation, my child, will tell you why you were chosen. Why the blessing is coming now. Who was trying to stop it? What fate plans are being carried out? And what will start after 9 p.m. My beloved, we are now getting to the most profound part of what happened last night. That question that has been sitting in your heart for a long time was finally answered here by heaven. Why you? Why now? Why now? What is the rush? Why are you getting this message, kid? As the third light grew, the court of angels stood still. It gave everything a golden glow. A glow that went around your destiny book and showed you pages that were hidden before my beloved heaven showed me the truth. People chose you because your heart stayed pure even though the world tried to make it hard. My child, this doesn't happen very often. Some people get lost. Some people get angry. Some people let pain change them. But you held on to the holy part of your soul that still loves, prays, believes, and hopes. Purity like this is very valuable, my beloved. That is why heaven looks out for you so much. That is why shadows try to make you wait. That is why some people stopped talking when they were near you. They knew you were going to rise before you did. My child, the angel saw your life and said, this one needs to be fixed up. God agreed. Heaven told me that your tests were not punishments, my beloved. They were getting ready. Everything you lost, everything that got lost, everything that hurt you, everything that made sense to you, everything that didn't seem fair. It wasn't meant to hurt you in any way. It was meant to make you ready for the next part of your life. This is why the time of 9 p.m. is important, not out of fear, but because things are lined up right after 900 to 1 p.m. Today is the start of the next part of your life that has been put off for too long. Let me tell you the next truth, my beloved. Heaven showed me that the person or energy that messed with your life last night has been afraid of your destiny for a long time. This is not someone who hates you, my child. This person is scared that they will lose access to you, worried that they will lose control over you, not wanting to get left behind as you move forward. My beloved, their fear made a block in the energy. Not a bad thing, not a threat, but a quiet fight back. A shadow of doubt that is meant to slow down your good fortune for long enough for you to start to doubt yourself. The plan they had was seen by heaven, my child. Heaven knew what was in their heart. Heaven said, no one will stop my child's destiny again. After this choice was made, my beloved, the angels brought your destiny book forward and set it in front of the throne. When God touched the page with your name written on it, it lit up. That is when your timeline changed, my child, not in a symbolic way, but in a spiritual, energetic, or divine way. Things that used to take months will now only take days. Things that were hard to do will become easy. Things that you thought were impossible will just happen to you. This shift is already coming your way, my beloved. You will feel it before the night gets darker. Peace. It is clear with a quiet knowing, a sign that confirmed everything that heaven said. My child, the next vision showed how you had changed. Not one on the outside, but one on the inside. The kind that changes the way you walk, think, speak, believe, expect, and receive. Changes like this are not small. It is not slow. There is no bias. The job is done. Heaven told my beloved, when my child changes on the inside, the world will change on the outside. The angels asked God what this change would make happen. My child, God replied, fixing things, getting your joy back, getting your confidence back, getting your strength back, getting back something you thought was lost forever. Finally, God said something that made every angel bow their heads. My child needs to get up without being scared. You know what, my child, this sentence is what last night was all about. In this way, fate is now moving. This is why heaven wants you to stay awake until 9 p.m. today. That is why your spirit can feel the change inside you, my beloved. The next part tells you what will start after 9 p.m. What kinds of signs will you see? Which blessings will happen first? What time will come? And how your life will go from sacred step to sacred step. Now we get to the part that heaven watched over the most last night. My beloved, the part that talks about what will start after 9 p.m. What signs will show up? What blessings will happen and how? My child, your fate will change sacred step by sacred step. As the third light grew and angels surrounded your destiny book, God raised his hand and the whole heavenly court went silent. My beloved, this silence wasn't empty. It was alive. It had strength. This was the sound that God makes right before he moves, right before heaven reaches down and touches earth. After that, my child, God told me what would happen after 9:30 p.m. The first revelation was how to line up. My beloved, your life is about to come together in ways you have never seen before. Things that seem to be spread out will now fit together. People whose intentions were unclear will say what they really want. There will be chances to seize them. It will fill you with clarity like light fills a dark room. Being aligned, my child, means that your life will start to fit together like it was always meant to. Today is the start of this alignment because heaven cleared the way for you last night. My beloved, the second revelation God gave us was revelation itself. In other words, what was hidden will be shown. The truth will come out. It will be easy to see what some people want. Something that was going on quietly behind the scenes that you didn't know about will start to show itself to you in a clear and gentle way. Heaven told me that this news is not meant to hurt you, my child. It is meant to keep you safe. Your intuition will get stronger and your heart will be free of attachments that were never meant to stay. The third revelation, my beloved, was speed. This is strong. This doesn't happen often. This is only given to souls who went through more than they should have. Acceleration means that heaven gets rid of delay, cuts down on waiting, and moves your destiny forward faster than it ever has before. You thought it would take months, weeks, or even years, but things will start to change in days. If you break through a spiritual blockage, my beloved, acceleration is what happens. It was broken last night because of the fourth revelation. My child, the angels looked at you with love, money to pay. Yes, my beloved, God told you that you will get back what you lost in relationships, emotion, spirituality, money, energy, and even relationships. You didn't walk through those storms for nothing. My child, there is no injustice that heaven doesn't deal with. For every betrayal, all the bad things, every door shut, every hope that was broken, all of it will be paid for in ways that only heaven can plan. The angel stepped back after these four revelations, my beloved. Then God showed them the fifth and last truth divine meeting. My child, this is the time that is coming for you. It could be a message, a call, a meeting, a chance, the truth, or a person. But no matter what form it takes, it will change your fate for good. Hello, my beloved. This divine meeting started to move toward you last night. It brings healing. It makes things clear. It serves a purpose. It holds alignment. It holds the future. My child, you will know what it is right away. It will hit you in the spirit before you can understand it in your mind. This is the moment heaven set me up for. Your heart will whisper today, my beloved. This meeting is why heaven has been calling you so hard. Because of this meeting, this message seems impossible to ignore. The 9 p.m. hour is important because of this meeting. Since that hour has passed, this moment starts to move toward you, my child. The angels then put the cap on your destiny book. There was a seal, a sign that the job is done, a sign that the meeting from last night was over, and that everything that was said is now being done. My beloved, God said one last thing before the meeting ended. A sentence just for you. The next thing that happened made the whole sky go silent. All the angels, every light, all of the presences stopped since God was about to say something that would change the rest of your life. Hey kid, this sentence wasn't too long. Nothing was hard about it. It wasn't beautiful. It was strong. It was clear. It couldn't be undone. God put hand over your name in the destiny book and said these words, my beloved, things will not go backwards in my child's life. Let these words sink deep into your heart, my child. Things will not go backwards in your life. Your heart will not go backwards again. Things will not go backwards in your life. It will not take longer for you to heal. You will not lose any growth. Your good fortune will not go backwards. The spiritual realm was shaken by this order, my beloved. It had authority, ending. It ended every cycle of emotional pain, confusion, doubt, and being let down over and over again. That stuff broke last night. My child, don't be soft. Without a doubt, my beloved, the angels started to move after God spoke this command. At first slowly, then with a plan, then quickly, because heaven moves quickly only when a soul is entering a safe part of its story. One angel closed the book on your past, my child. The book that has everything you went through, everything you made it through, everything you brought by yourself. A different angel put a new book next to it. This is the book of your future. The book on how to align, my beloved, the book of answered prayers. After that, something strange happened. There was a bright ribbon of light around the new book. Not a seal of safety, but a seal of promise. This seal, my child, means that your new chapter cannot be changed. What is written for you is yours. Heaven sealed it, and I do not say that lightly. I have watched people receive words like this and feel it deeply in the moment and then let it fade by morning because nothing around them reflected it back. It cannot be put off again. It cannot be affected by fear, bad feelings, or other people's plans. My beloved, what is written for you is yours. This is where being consistent is important. Please subscribe right away because prophetic promises happen in a certain order, not all at once. When you subscribe, you agree to stay in line as God continues to show you your destiny step by step. So long as you do this, you will be ready for confirmation, clarity, and divine timing. Heaven showed one last picture after the book was sealed. A picture of how your spirit will start to feel in the next few hours. This is where your heart will feel the change. Heaven showed me what your spirit will start to feel in the next few hours. My child, this is where the change gets personal. My beloved, you will feel calm all of a sudden. A sudden understanding, a sudden sense of security with a quiet knowing, something that lets go of emotional weight that you have been carrying for too long. A sense that something is coming at you. You feel like you have moved on from something heavy to something lighter. My child, this isn't making things up. Also, if this word makes you feel something deep inside, please share this message. There is no loss when you share a prophetic word. There is only growth. Sharing makes the anointing work because what flows through you flows for you. Someone in your group needs this breakthrough. And as you let it go, heaven lets more come into your life. This is how you align. This is how your new chapter feels when it meets your spirit before it meets your life. I want you to ground this shift before we go any further. I receive my new chapter should be written in the comments. Don't be quiet, not with hesitation. Plan what you are writing. So this is how you go from hearing to acting, from watching to taking part. Stay in the present because what comes next backs up what you just said. The next sign came from heaven tonight. Someone you didn't expect will think of you. Not because it is what they always do, but because your energy has changed and their spirit has been stirred by your name. My beloved, this thought is not going to be casual. It is going to be emotional like a mirror. Honest. When the blockage was taken away last night, your soul sent out a vibration and people who are even slightly linked to your fate will feel it. The next sign from heaven is even stronger. My child, you will sense a clear break. It means being emotionally and spiritually separate from someone who has been draining you. To my beloved, it will not hurt. It will feel right. It will feel good. It will feel like your soul finally let out a breath after holding it for too long. I want you to know that this separation makes room. There is room for the divine meeting to come to you. Room to line things up. A place for peace. My beloved, the sky then showed one last picture. A moment is coming up faster than you think. A time when you will get something, a call. What a chance. It became clear. Something that will make you think. Now I know why heaven called me. Now is the time for me to talk to you, my child. This is the reason why heaven came together last night. Right now, the 9 p.m. hour is important. There is one more layer, my beloved. The revelation of what this meeting with God will do for you, my child. The atmosphere changed again when heaven revealed this last truth. The angels leaned in close. The light got stronger. Because what was about to be shown not only tells you what is going to happen, but also why your life will never be the same again. This divine meeting will open up 3 things inside you. My beloved, not things you need to get. Not things that you have to work for, but things that have always been yours are now ready to wake up. The first is being clear. A clarity that leaves no doubt. Like light cutting through fog. It will all make sense to you why some paths closed, why some people left, why there were delays, why there was silence. The questions that kept coming back to you will no longer bother you. The pieces will finally fit together. The second is having faith. Not a lot of confidence. You cannot force confidence, but deep down I know for sure the kind that changes how you walk, talk, and make decisions. You will stop trying to guess what your spirit already knows. The third is getting in touch with your true self. The you that was buried under patience, endurance, and survival will come to the surface. You will feel like yourself again. Not the one that was hurt, the one who woke up. My child, heaven told me that you will stop shrinking after this meeting. You will no longer wait for permission. You will no longer doubt your worth. You should do it not because someone tells you to, but because your spirit will finally remember who you are. My beloved, this is why the message had to be sent right away. That is why heaven told you to stay awake. Because what is starting now is not a small thing. It makes things possible. It is the beginning of a story that cannot be changed, my child. It was clear from the sky. This is not a short-term change. This is not a short phase. We are now on a new path. You will notice something else after this. Different people will react to you. It will be easier to find opportunities. Your gut feeling will get stronger. It will be easier for you to pray. Your heart will be more stable. These things happen when alignment and obedience come together. My beloved, when timing and awareness meet, when ready meets heaven. If you stayed, you did your part, my child, through hearing in order to keep your spirit open. And heaven has done its part by getting rid of the problem, closing the book on your story, and setting your destiny in motion. My beloved, keep this in mind as the night goes on. You are not behind schedule. We haven't forgotten about you. You are not behind. You are right where God wants you to be. My child, pay attention. Keep your door open. Stay in line because what is coming at you is real. My beloved, this is just the start. This is the last layer. My beloved, here is where heaven lets the message settle inside you. Not as words, but as truth. Everything that was shown, said, or revealed has now been set in motion. You don't need to chase anything else, my child. You don't need to prove anything else. You don't need to force anything else. What was put off has been unlocked. What was blocked is now open. What was written for you has been sealed by heaven. My beloved, please remember this. We will never forget you. You were never forgotten. You were never behind. Every pause served a purpose. Every pause meant something. Every delay made room for the right alignment. Stay present, my child. As the day goes on, be kind to your spirit. Pay attention to the small signs, a thought, how you feel, something. There was a clear moment. These are not just random events. They prove something. Heaven has spoken, my beloved. Your fate is being watched over. You are safe on your path. The future you want is moving forward without any problems. Now, my child, go ahead without any trouble. Remember what you have learned. Be sure to trust what has been set in motion. Believe what has been sealed. Believe what was said. It is not over yet. This is the start. Before this message ends, please think about sending it to other people. When you share this prophetic word, you make the breakthrough happen for more people than just yourself. When you share it with your network, you let the same anointing, clarity, and release touch other people. What you send out always comes back to you in greater measure. Before you leave, I want you to do one easy thing that will bring you into. If you like this video, you are not just supporting a platform. You are showing that you agree with what God has said about you. God's favor flows into your life when you like this video because favor responds to praise. Say quietly in your mind that you accept the grace, protection, and momentum that have been released over your destiny as you press like. Before we get to the end of this powerful story, let's take a moment to reflect on this deep truth. You did not find this message by accident. This is not a stroke of luck. It is a direct message from Archangel Michael to you. He is extending his hand and inviting you into a protected high vibrational community where divine abundance is not just a hope but a promise. This sacred principle is very simple, but it can change your whole life. If you follow it, you will not just receive blessings. They will be multiplied and flow into every part of your life. Not as a reminder, not as an instruction. Just as someone who has watched heaven fight for a soul the way it fought for yours last night. The meeting was about you. The scroll had your name. The book is sealed and the door is already open. You did not do anything to earn that. You just stayed. You stayed when something in you wanted to scroll away and heaven noticed. Before we reach the end of this powerful story, pause and receive this truth. You did not stumble onto Archangel Echo by accident. Out of every voice on this platform, you were led here. And that is a divine appointment meant specifically for you. The link in the description and pinned comment opens the door to the Archangel Echo's inner circle, a protected faith-filled community where divine abundance is not merely hoped for, but promised through the Word. When you step into our membership tiers, you unlock daily devotions, sacred teachings, and divine insights that remain hidden from the world. Inside Archangel Echoes, you will find spiritual guidance, unwavering prayer covering on our community, prayer wall, and accelerated movement toward the destiny written over your life. Do not let this moment pass you by. Your breakthrough is already in motion. And if you feel called to carry this light into your home, our guided ebooks and Bibles are waiting in the pinned comment. Whether you join the Archangel Echoes family as a member or sow a seed through our resources, your presence changes the atmosphere. Take the step. Your abundance awaits.